Welcome to episode 45 of Everything Entertainment with Gooch and Trio. My name is Gooch.
And of course I'm Trio.
How was your week? I haven't talked to you much except for yelling at you about Comic-Con stuff.
You know, another normal week. Been playing a ton of Tomb Raider. Having a lot of fun with it, actually. I'm really liking it.
You know, like a lot of, like, I think we talked about it when I first got it, but a lot of people really like that game. And it's kind of weird because I didn't think it was anything insane. I liked it. I thought it was good. It's an average good game, but Greg Miller is like all about it. Mm-hmm. He really likes it, and I'm just like, is it that good of a game? I just like not
like at first I was kind of like but like as I started to play more into it, I'm like, man, it's really solid mechanically. Like everything works well. I feel like it's just overall like it the way the world's set up's a lot cooler.
I like the kind of game it is where it's like linearly open.
That's like Deus Ex linear, but
Deus Ex is like that. Witcher 2 is like that. I like
it has these areas that you move through that are somewhat open, basically. Yeah. I like that too, and I like all the little tombs and stuff. I've gone through a lot of the caves in the first valley.
I still got to pick up the pass because I heard the Baba Yaga, which is the one story DLC they have, is pretty cool.
For Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. Oh, don't they have like a Yeti pack too or something?
I think that is it.
Is that it?
I have no idea. There's two like weird like DLCs. You know how it has like that time trial thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something to that, and it has achievements, which makes me want to kill myself. But
what about you? What are you playing?
Dark Souls 2. I picked it up.
Every bit as challenging as you were hoping for?
Yeah, you know, I'm really enjoying it. A lot of people were telling me, like, to skip it entirely and just get 3. And I'm like, well, I know the story doesn't really matter. I mean, the story's cool, but, like, I've been wanting to play the second one, and I have since this First Scholar, which is, like, the remastered Xbox One version with all the DLC. So why not? $20. Good deal. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far.
If you ever do end up getting a PS4, you should totally play Bloodborne.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's funny. Absolutely. That's a game I rented that off GameFly, and before I could finish it, I had to send it back because like my 3-month free trial was up. And it was one of those games I tried to go back and just pick up halfway through, and was like, this isn't going to happen right now. And I didn't just have the time to like restart it. Like that's a game that you have to play from start to finish. I really like it mechanically. It's just a fun, really tough game, but like it's not impossible. Once you nail down how to block, how to dodge,
exactly, how to play the game,
and as long as you do that, it's not impossible to beat any enemy. You just have to time it right. But it's very.
I like how the games, like the enemies, aren't necessarily like meat sponges, you know, they're not like taking damage, like, but like they take damage just as much as like a regular enemy. I mean, obviously they have more health, but like
especially,
it's just a matter of like figuring out the boss pattern and be able to like counter it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that is the Dark Souls like formula, which is cool. Other than that, I've been playing actually a lot of Halo 5. So they came out with I put in the doc because I want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Warzone Firefight, which is really fun. It's like 5 rounds of different types of like, you either have to kill a certain amount of crawlers in a certain amount of time, or grunts, or you have to kill bosses, or defend a control point from the Covenant, and it's basically like a Warzone team against the Covenant. And it's cool. I like it a lot, and like they changed up some stuff with like the game and like how you get packs, and I feel like it's just a lot better. But we'll get into that. Let's talk about our first topic of the day, the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman. So, yeah, I don't want to like go over the entire plot of the movie again.
There's no point. We've been through it.
You know, so for those who don't know, the Ultimate Edition is the uncut version of BVS.
Rated R.
Yeah. About 30 minutes
of extra
footage leading into about 3 hours. And in my opinion, this should have been the
original movie.
Yes.
And even like, I was listening to Game Over Greggy show, and they were like talking about why it was R-rated, and it is funny like why it is R-rated when like they put it in perspective, and it's like, so you see Bruce Wayne's ass.
Yeah.
There's a fuck. What else is there? There's some brief like suggestive nudity, but there's nothing like real nudity.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. I'd be like,
like this.
Nothing that I would be like, whoa.
But like, it really, where the meaty stuff came into was the plot points, and really, it was just basically a lot of Superman's story just was canned. Like, we got nothing about like how he was framed. Like, we were told that he was framed for the shit in the desert and all that stuff. But with this extra footage,
in actuality, there's this entire plot around the girl who makes the statement to the court and senator, whatever her name is.
And basically you find out Lex set up the whole thing to basically frame Superman, but then she gets cold feet and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
She ends up getting killed. But like that in itself is a whole storyline. And then they said in Game Over Greggy showed when she says now's the time for truth. That makes so much more sense in the context when you have that plot in it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's all of it. That was a central plot point of why, like, no one had any idea. Like, I was like,
and that first scene was very just like boom, 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 boom. Like what?
Yeah, you're like, wait, why was Superman framed?
Why was he even there?
It's
really
not even
Lois?
Like, I get that he was there for Lois and could hear her, but like, what did they think? Superman picked up the gun and shot all the people, and then like, because in the regular cut, they don't show him burning the bodies or anything.
Yeah,
so you have no idea. And then there's this whole like Black Hawk team that goes in to save him. Who they see like this all happen, like just really important shit that you just have no. But there's some parts where Clark goes to Gotham, like as Clark
so
Kent.
there's a lot more scenes of Clark Kent like
being
Clark
like
Kent.
reporter,
and like investigating the Batman and like what the citizens of Gotham like think of him at this point in time, which is not in a good light. Like they're scared of him and like what he's.
They say
become.
he runs up to this one guy and he's like he's gotten meaner, like there's a fire in him. It can't be put out.
I mean, they don't even talk about it a lot, but they do talk about it. And like Clark going to look for that girl who was making the statement and where she was living and stuff, and like she was running away. I'm trying to think of anything else besides the Steppenwolf scene. We've talked about that.
Yeah,
that should have been in the. If any scene should have been in the movie, that should have been.
And
that
was
movie.
like what? 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Not even, like, dude. It was like a minute. It was like a minute long scene.
Like, and it makes so much sense now that we know kind of where Justice League is going. Like, you see Steppenwolf. It's a hologram of him. It looks like, and he has these 3 mother boxes in front of him, and he must be explaining to him what Darkseid's after. And we know from what like the Justice League movie is tackling is there's going to be these 3 mother boxes that Man, Atlantean, and Amazonians have. They each have their own, and that's what Darkseid's after. So this like makes way more sense now, and like when he's like, "They're coming," I've rang the doorbell, it's done. We get it. Oh yeah, and Lex gets sent to fucking Arkham Asylum, and they actually explain why no one believes that. Like,
there's more to that scene as well. That actually like Batman is talking to Lex a little bit more, and like,
and he's like, he's basically like, "I'm insane. I wasn't even fit to stand trial," and like explaining why no one would listen to him about like Bruce Wayne being Batman or whatever. And then he's like, "I'm sending you to Arkham." I still have some friends there. I was really, like, okay, that's awesome.
That was like really like
yeah. That was just a really cool part. There was also just like another small scene at the funeral with Clark. His mom's like, I have to still pay the funeral director, and he's like, no, it's been taken care of by like.
By Bruce probably.
Yeah.
Or
that's who
Diana. Who is Diana Prince in real life?
Diana Prince, like I forget it in like the in like her comics, like her public.
Who is she?
She was like, she might have been the Secretary of State, honestly, at one point, or like I can't even remember exactly
like,
what her like civilian identity
I don't know much about Wonder Woman. I really don't. Other than like her Amazonian and Themysciran background, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Like I didn't even know who. I didn't know Wonder Woman's name was Diana. Like I didn't know her last name. I knew her first name. I didn't know her last name. But so for the most part, the Abomination.
That's what he looks like.
Doomsday. The Doomsday
scenes
fight
untouched.
And the Batman v Superman fight. That's pretty much untouched. There's literally one walk scene in the fight that wasn't in the real movie.
Yeah,
and I noticed it, but I was like...
It's like Superman tosses Batman and then he walks towards him. And that's, I mean, really it. Honestly, just overall, this just makes this... It's not... Don't get me wrong. It's not making this movie a 10 out of 10 amazing...
But it definitely does it better.
On it. Like it definitely does. It makes plot points make way more sense, and just central things that you need to know about the story actually makes sense to you. And it's,
like the puzzle pieces that were missing are definitely there. At least some.
And I mean, they didn't cut really any Batman stuff as far as I know.
No, they didn't.
Besides fucking naked Bruce in the shower, and they're like, oh, he's got to think about if he's going to take the bat suit or
in his Batcave shower.
And then like and there was one scene that I wish they showed us.
Oh.
It was the invading Lex's laboratory.
Yeah, and we didn't. Besides showing Batman like grappling down and like
And
pulling
like swooping
a dude
up, that was honestly really cool.
We didn't talk about Jenna Malone stuff, so yeah, it
That's
was
right.
confirmed she wasn't Barbara Gordon. She was just like a CSI person that Lois
Lane
Lois knows and like.
helps her out on like
That's
this
it.
stuff. That was it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Just a small cameo role.
And I'm honestly, I'm glad it wasn't Barbara Gordon because like. What? Like, why would she be in CSI? She would be so young.
Well, obviously.
Is she in high school? Or she's Batgirl? She is, isn't she?
In the current Batgirl, yeah, but like some of them like age her up and back. It really depends. I know.
But like, I know
with the new
obviously
52, I know
she's
she was supposed to be like a 16, 15-year-old girl. Like,
That's always the vibe I got.
and I think that really about does it for the Batman v Superman talk. Just overall, see this movie because if you didn't like it,
If you haven't seen it, see the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, you
There's
might
no
as well.
point of not.
and it's funny. I watched it with my one friend and,
Again?
Yeah, and he went into it already hating it. Like I knew he wasn't gonna like it. And
Wait,
as soon as we come out-
wait. You watch Ultimate Edition again?
Yeah, with John and Super.
After
And-
we watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And basically, he went into it not liking it. I knew he wasn't gonna like it. He goes, "That movie stunk, sucks, stupid shit." I'm like, "You just didn't like it because you knew you weren't gonna like it. You read all these damn reviews, and that's in your head. So all I'm saying is, give it a fair shake. Check it out."
Agreed. Moving on. We got some DC TV stuff. John Barrowman set to return as a series regular on every DC show.
So basically, what
Arrow,
this
Flash, Legends, Supergirl.
I think basically all this means is he literally now. This is just them saying he could be in anything. Like just watch out.
Like,
for him.
here's the thing. I didn't like what they did with Malcolm in season 4 of Arrow. I didn't. In the beginning, I didn't mind it, but then he was just like there. He was just like, "Oh hey, I have one arm, and I'm like just standing here."
And I'm a bitch, and I keep betraying you, but you do
here,
nothing.
Let me bitch Thea a little bit more. We got a robotic arm now. Like it's just like, dude,
Get out of here.
yeah, like it's not even like he is on a point where he's like a supernatural villain. In my opinion, he's not just a normal person.
Oh, no, he
like he
definitely
was
is.
in
Yeah,
season
yeah.
1. Especially even when he came back, I was like still getting the vibe if he was just some dude.
Like, yeah.
Like,
I know
but
what you
now
mean.
he's on,
becoming,
like, another
this supernatural
tier.
force.
Yeah, and like I'd rather see less of him. Like maybe he's gonna have something to do with the multiverse. But like I was thinking
I
about
do
it.
like he's like a cool character in a way, but
We're just seeing too much of him, and it's not relevant.
I hear what you're saying. Like, you
Overall-
feel like he's just there to be there.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you know, it's funny, and when we get our crossover episode last season, he does. You know, he's the one who picks up Vandal Savage's
Remains
ashes,
and yeah.
and that is like it didn't
Well, I
even
think it's
matter.
supposed to. Yeah,
It was just supposed to show us
that
like
he was
Vandal
coming
Savage
back.
was coming back, but
Yeah.
like, you know, wouldn't if he just came back? Like we've seen him come back like 4 or 5, 6 fucking times in like Legends
Yeah, I know. Like
without
it's no big
without
deal.
any like intervention of the second party or anything.
There was some other news that I didn't put on the doc, but it was just a small touch. It was about DC TV stuff. All DC shows now go up on Netflix, like from 2 days, like,
And
9
Hulu.
days or something.
No
after.
Hulu.
No Hulu.
Hulu is done.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
That's-
never use Hulu.
I see. That's how I watch on demand. Like
See,
if
I
I miss
always
an
watch them
episode,
myself.
I watch them on Hulu.
Oh, really? So Hulu's getting none of them now, huh?
I don't think
How
so.
did they manage to make that deal with Marvel and DC?
I think that's it's such horseshit.
I don't think it's. I mean,
It's horseshit that they're not even going on Hulu. Like
days out. I mean, they should put them all up on CW right after.
maybe they do, and I'm wrong. Maybe it's just for like.
But
'Cause,
basically,
is the entirety of like Arrow season 1 like on Hulu? Like I don't know.
I don't think so. I have no idea, honestly. I know.
And that's how I watched. That's how I watched season 1 of Flash and season 3 of Arrow last summer. Like when they were re-airing them, I'd watch them on Hulu and like on demand and stuff.
To be honest, I have no idea. I just saw this deal, and it was like all the DC TV shows are going to go up on
saw
Netflix
it.
like 9 days after the season ends. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I'm not gonna fucking like wait.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool for people who are waiting, and that's a nice little touch.
It sucks not having cable.
I started rewatching Flash the other day, just for shits and gigs. First season.
I gotta watch Constantine. Is that on Netflix?
No, it's on CW Seed though.
Fuck that.
I know.
What?
I know.
Like maybe if it had an Xbox. Does it have an Xbox app? I think it actually
It
does.
might.
I think it totally does. I'm gonna take the fuck that back.
I'm gonna retract that. Fuck.
Yeah, but overall, like we'll see. I don't know. Right now, don't have high expectations for Malcolm, but like he's in the same situation as Wentworth Miller. by the way, because they said the same thing about him.
Like he's
Like he
series
was regular for
yeah.
all the DC shows, which that I like. I was gonna say Iceman.
I love Iceman.
I like Captain Cold a lot, but Malcolm not so much at this point. But
Agreed.
next topic.
Tomb Raider, the movie, starring Alicia Vikander, has a release date set for a 2018 release. I'm excited for this movie. Honestly, this is one where I could see it just working, to be honest. I really like Alicia Vikander.
Yeah.
Does it have a director attached to it at all? Nothing?
Roar Uthug,
Roar Uthog,
That's
my
his
boy
goddamn
Roar.
name. Which will direct this project, which is a co-production with Warner Brothers, MGM, and GK Films. It's said to draw inspiration from the developer of Crystal Dynamics, the game series, which will star a new take on the classic character.
Starring
Pretty-
Alicia Vikander. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Um,
This is a movie. This is a video game movie. I just have like, even besides
have you
Assassin's
seen
Creed,
the ones with Angelina Jolie? They're not bad.
They're not
Daniel
terrible.
Craig
yeah,
is in one.
Yeah, I know.
They're not bad. I always thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
they
I mean,
were
like,
they were
she's-
kind of like cool action flicks,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like they could kind of take that to the next step with this new outing, as they say. I think they could take it in a cool, a little bit maybe more serious direction. But hey,
Yeah, looking forward to
excited.
it.
Yeah.
Next up.
Probably something I'm personally just really
Yeah,
a
this
fan
is
of.
more you than it is me.
Red Dead Redemption is finally backwards compatible on Xbox One.
So
This
like,
is awesome.
So like,
This is awesome.
how do you get like? I feel like there's some games that are like I'm pretty sure Halo Reach is backwards compatible. Shouldn't it be in my little download section?
If you bought it on the marketplace, yeah.
I
But-
have to buy it on the marketplace.
Yeah, unless you have the...
So how the hell did you get Red Dead on?
I just bought the disc, and I just put it in my Xbox. And I played it.
Wait, so you put that disc in your
Yeah, I
Xbox
put
One?
Xbox 360, Red Dead Redemption, and it reads it, downloads it, and then you play it.
Really?
Yeah, that's how... You didn't know that? That's
No.
how all the backwards compatible works.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
thought it just like it would see if you've played the game.
and
and
just give it to you?
Yeah, I don't
Why
know.
why would they not make it?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
have
no,
no
it's
idea.
all backward. Yeah, that's how they all work. If you own them,
Because like all the
like,
gears
say
are
you
there
bought-
for me.
Say you bought Halo Reach on the marketplace, like back then. That's how you
It
own
would, but
It
like
would
I
be
have
there,
the
but
disc
yeah.
sitting somewhere.
Yeah,
over
so
here.
you could throw that in there. It downloads it. Like I
I
went.
heard
out-
it runs better. By the way.
Oh, it does.
on
And I've been
Xbox One.
playing Undead Nightmare. Have you ever played Red Dead Redemption?
No.
Dude, honestly, it's
I'm like
just one of,
it's like one of those games that just never got. Like it's not that I don't like it, and like people are like you should like not that I'm like talking about Red Dead that much.
No,
anymore.
yeah.
But like even GTA, like I just don't play those games.
I will
don't-
say,
there's
like-
something weird. I don't know what it is. Not that I don't like Rockstar, because like honestly, LA Noire is probably like one of the best original games they've ever put out.
Yeah.
Like it's so different, and like no studio has capitalized
on that type of
even
yeah.
still. And like I would love to see a sequel to that game, but Team Bondi is no more. Like there was a
And
lot of issues.
it was very
with that.
a very divisive game because
Oh,
it was
so
either
fucking good.
no, but like I talk to people on GameStop about it all the time. Either they're like, I hated that
They
game,
do.
or I
either
love it.
it's either you're really about
You're
it,
either
or
hot or
really
cold
not.
about it, and
Yeah,
that's
but yeah, there's probably never going to be
honestly,
a sequel for that. That's not going to happen.
Red Dead Redemption is probably in my top 3 video games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Nice.
probably one of the only successful like Western games I've ever played where I'm like, this is just cool. All the stuff in it's just interesting. It makes you want to keep playing. The story's awesome. I think you should give it a try if you ever did find your downtime. I know you probably won't, but it's
Yeah,
really
there's way too many games.
it's really fucking good. And I want them to announce the second one already. Which,
You mean a third?
well, technically a third, but
It's a third.
well,
Red Dead Revolver is the first.
yeah, but that wasn't like Rockstar. So I'm saying
Who made
the
that
second,
game?
I forget.
I thought it was Rockstar.
No, it wasn't Rockstar. Rockstar bought the rights after it. So
Fine.
this is the second
wanna
Rockstar
be
Red
that-
Dead.
You want to, get technical with me? Fine.
Yeah, I do, bitch.
All right.
Moving on.
Next up, we got Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition. Of course, would totally.
Buy
This
if you
should be a
didn't-
thing.
If you didn't buy Witcher already,
You're an idiot.
this is what you should get.
I don't know when.
Bloodline,
I don't think it has a date.
Heart of Stones, right?
Yes.
2 expansions, gigantic ones. I still haven't even finished Blood and Wine. Gucci has though. I need to get on that.
Yeah, I don't think I have a date, but it's happening, and that's definitely good because honestly, it probably
deserves it.
Anyone like dude, totally worth it. Just,
Yeah.
like Witcher 3 is one of the best games of all time, in my opinion. It just does everything well. Moving on. We got Evolve. Evolve goes free to play. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I did.
How weird is that? So,
Honestly...
So, like, the game was pulled off Steam a few days ago, and then it went back up.
As Evolve Stage 2.
It is Evolve Stage 2, free-to-play Windows PC game that will enter beta testing. Stage 2 includes several new modes, characters, maps, unlockables, and more. And Turtle Rock is going to be continuing to update the game within the coming months. But did you realize how much of a flop that game was? It came out and it was like good for 2 months. And
it was
then
like a Titanfall again. It was.
I think even.
No, I think this had the exact same type of Titanfall deal.
I think Titanfall is really good though. I still,
and I heard this is amazing too, but it's just had a very short life.
I'll take that.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
It's very. That's what I heard. It's awesome. It's cool,
interesting
but you
that
need
it's
a
going
team.
free to play.
You need that constant base of players, and they just kind of fell off. And with an all multiplayer game,
and it looks like publisher 2K told Polygon that they have nothing more to add on a console release for Stage 2. In a post with the developer's announcement message, community manager added that Turtle Rock expects to launch overhaul on console following the end of the PC beta. So that kind of sucks for PC players. I just it's kind of weird that they're even doing this. In my opinion,
yeah.
It's weird for you don't really hear of a lot of games going that are like this going free to play, like MMOs, ESO, WildStar being 2 that went free to play. Like this kind of game, very odd. I see why they did it, but this game's been out not a year, has it? No, yeah, it's been out for about a year and 4 or 5 months. And I was kind of excited about it. I played the alpha, and I just never got it. It was just one of those.
That's
games.
what I heard. I heard it was just one of those games that suffered.
Plus,
from
it was
too
super
many betas.
multiplayer, and none of our friends got it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I said that about a lot of stuff.
It's a killer for it if you really don't have a team to play with. It sucks. Moving on.
So I thought this was just super interesting. Do you know anything about CS:GO?
No.
And what goes on with Counter-Strike?
No.
So a lot of Valve games have skins and shit. Like TF2 has hats.
Yeah.
Hats is its own goddamn economy. It keeps that game going. TF2 is literally Hat Simulator. I'm not fucking joking. People pay money for hats. Yesterday, Trevor Martin was snuggling with his dog and apologizing in a video about his CSGO lotto ownership. So guess somebody was basically doing illegal gambling with the game. Mm-hmm. And basically he got arrested for it. Pretty much, in the suit, which was filed by an anonymous parent on behalf of their child, Valve is accused of deliberately allowing the creation of a market where players and third parties trade weapon skins like casino chips. The lawsuit accuses Valve and third-party sites of CSGO Diamond, CSGO Lounge, and CSGO Lotto of allowing millions of Americans to link their individual Steam accounts to their website and allow players to gamble with their CSGO skins. So, in a way, it makes a lot of sense. It is illegal gambling. A lot of companies don't allow, fantasy leagues and stuff,
mm-hmm.
and official Super Bowl stuff because
it's technically gambling.
It's gambling, yeah. It's kind of weird. CS:GO Lotto is among third-party sites that follows players to place bets on various casino-style games, lotteries, jackpots, and other Counter-Strike Global Offensive skins, according to the lawsuit. And they're taking it to court, and that's super interesting that a game could spawn. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because TF2 has this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, do you know who Joe Hawansky is?
No.
He's great above us. He went to Marple. He runs a really well-known, super, and makes, a decent buck off of it. He runs a server that literally trades hats, so he's, a middleman for people who trade.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that?
That is insane.
Yeah, I found that out. That was crazy, but I think it was just interesting to bring up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's... You just wouldn't think about this happening, to be honest. You're you can just fucking gamble with some skins. And then the mom probably saw this.
And
they were like, you can't do this.
Yeah, you really can't. People will just get away with it. It's on the internet. Nobody cares. The world... how do I say it? Not the world. but like I guess the mainstream, like when it comes to like logistics and I guess like politics and stuff, like video games and like the internet are not really like a thing. Like it's just like a phantom zone, so to speak, for people who aren't involved in it. So it's interesting that like something like this is coming to light.
It is. That's like I said, you just would never see this kind of shit happening. Like who would think of this? Like, this is a thing.
It's a big deal, man. Skins on your weapons, dude, on your knives, you gotta look cool.
Gotta watch out.
People spend like hundreds of dollars on crates and like open them and like to get skins, and like that's gambling in itself, and that's how Valve makes a shit ton of money. Besides Steam, like they don't put out any games. Like Half-Life 3 is never gonna come out, so just fucking deal with it.
Get over it. Like, it's not happening.
Because like they make so much money off Steam and like CS:GO and even TF2 still. But moving on. So yeah, let's talk about Firefight and Warzone. So, dude, they definitely. I'm really liking what Halo 5 is doing. So this was like a pretty much one of their
another free update.
Free update. They, of course, they're adding more stuff to the game all the time for free. And I gotta admit, Halo 5 is like, I'm just like have yet to be disappointed with this game. Like, not that we're like we don't high and praise it all the time. I don't think we've really talked about Halo much other than like
since we've. Our initial
other than like DLC,
thoughts, yeah.
But like Halo 5 is really fucking polished,
and it is,
and it really deserves. And
I saw you on it the other day, and I was like, I should play some Halo soon.
Yeah, like we haven't played Halo as a group in a while,
and those some of our funnest times are when we just get like a 4-player team going on Halo and just kick some ass.
Yeah. So like a bunch of the featured game modes, which was like Warzone Firefight. One, it just. I know you guys hate Warzone, and I was like, I like playing Warzone every now and again, but like most of you guys don't like Warzone, and you can attest. But I
don't think I still have played one game of Warzone yet.
I think this game mode is like pretty cool, and it's nice. But like it's one of the featured game modes, and apparently, dude, I got 6 gold packs from playing a game. You get so much. You get a daily login pack. You get packs for just doing what you still do in game, but like instead of like because I felt like. The reward system was a little weak. Like you wouldn't get packs for you get stuff for leveling. Like you even would get an occasional combination pack, but this time like every game I'm getting like 2 or 3 packs. So like the rewards are like making me want to go back, and I think it's a good move that they changed it up.
I'll have to get back into it, to be honest.
And they added some more achievements and score attack to campaign, which is cool. I wonder how much they're gonna do with the game. I mean, we're still, dude.
We're on a 2-year cycle with Halo, right? Every 2 years.
Yeah, I'm assuming Halo 6 is going to come out next year because like Halo Wars 2 comes out in February. Good release date for that game. Thank God they didn't release it during the holiday because it's already clusterfucked. Did you hear? Speaking of delays, Arkham Knight is apparently going to come out in like November. They're saying. Yeah, I was just like, you're fucking stupid.
To be honest,
like,
I just don't
really
even.
I don't give a shit.
Well, no, it's not even you're dumb. I just don't even care. Like that's game. Who cares when it comes out? It's a remake. I don't even get. It's not even dumb. It's just I don't.
I just think it's foolish, is what I should say.
Well, yeah, it's foolish from a marketing standpoint. They're not going to make as much money as they would, but neither is like BioShock and all those other collections. They're just I agree. They're not releasing it.
BioShock didn't have any issues.
I mean, but it's not a delay isn't an issue. It's a delay. Like that's like calling every issue.
Issues with that.
I just don't.
When you delay a game, when you literally release the release date, the first trailer you put out, and it's in a month, and then you delay the game, like there's got to be something wrong.
Well, obviously there's an issue. That's why they're delaying it. But it's not I just don't think you're blowing this way out of proportion to the point of like it doesn't even fucking matter. It's a remake. Like they're polishing up a fucking remake of a game. It doesn't offend me.
I think you're right. But yeah, if you haven't played Halo 5 in a while, jump in. They've added like Infection. And a lot more game modes that if you haven't played it maybe since launch or like Christmas time or whatever.
You might as well give it a shot, back in.
Yeah, Halo's an awesome game.
New stuff.
But moving on, Game of Thrones. Some like sad news actually. Some like kind of like, I don't really know how to think of this, but go ahead, you lead it.
So apparently season 7 has been delayed for weather-related reasons. What exactly is going on?
You don't know?
No, I didn't read it. I only read that they were literally getting...
Series creators Dan and Dave told UFC Unfiltered, which is via Hitfix, I don't even know what that is, the production on next season is starting a bit later in favoring filming of some grim, weathery...
Some grim gray weather.
Some grim gray weather, yeah. even in some of the show's sunnier locations, since winter has come as season 7 kicks off. So we kind of pushed everything down the line, the executive producer said. Noting that production and likely the season 7 premiere as well has been pushed back. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Winter has come. They need to film during winter.
That actually makes total sense.
It makes sense, but like, what's later?
I don't.
And here's the thing: this is the only conflict I have because it's just gonna bother me.
Yeah.
If Game of Thrones and Walking Dead start, like, usually, like, they'll end and start on the same day, and I don't mind that. But if they're going at the same time, that will really bother me. But I don't think.
I don't really care. I'm kind of like, woo!
Yeah.
This
Like,
series
if
as
I
a
could
whole,
see it, it would probably start in like June and just end in like August.
the series as a whole has a total of 16 to 18 episodes left. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
you're
it's
right.
going to start a little bit later and end at the same time. To be honest, I think there's going to be a couple weeks that it's not going to be on that it normally would have been on. There's going to be less episodes. Who knows? They might lengthen the episodes a bit. We just don't know. I'm not too worried about it.
I'm not
they know what they're
super worried
doing
about it. Yeah, I feel like
and honestly, that reasoning makes total sense.
it doesn't mean
to
they're
me.
not filming the rest of the show. There's
And
probably just
believe
scenes
me, they would
need.
not be pushing this back so far as to like it's delaying it into another year or something. Like, they know
Yeah,
what
which
they're
would
doing.
be that if they delayed it till. Because here's the thing: if they delay till September, they have. I don't think they'd show shows during holidays because a lot of shows go on break right when the holidays start because like it's just people are just busy, like, you know, and don't have time to watch TV, so the ratings are just shit. Walking Dead does it like Fear the Walking Dead. It aired right the week before Labor Day, and then it was off Labor Day. And, you know, Flash and Arrow do it all the time.
Yeah.
They're just year-long seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't think it's going to get into that territory exactly. But,
I
you
agree.
know, it's interesting because we've
worth
never
noting.
had
Yeah,
this
yeah.
issue before with a show. I've never heard
with this
anything
show,
like
anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, we got some cool comics-related news. So apparently, Captain America statue, like full-on bronze statue, is being created, being displayed at, if I'm not mistaken, San Diego Comic-Con, and then afterwards being transported to Brooklyn, New York, where of course Cap is supposed to be born, and it's going to be put in, I believe, a park there. And
That's cool.
that's awesome. That's so cool. The freaking the design for the statue is like him standing on a hilltop with like his shield up, and like
Which version of it?
I think it's going to be closer to like the movie version. I'm assuming like that kind
Is
of
it
like helmet.
Is it based off Chris Evans' face?
I don't even know. I really don't know because I mean I think he's going to be wearing the helmet, so it's probably going to be hard to even like tell. But I think it is something.
Yeah, statues tend to. I mean, you could tell.
Let's see, 13-foot bronze statue with the steeds. And
August
it's going to be
10th.
engraved with the quote, "I'm just a kid from Brooklyn." America's shield raising the concept
See,
art.
Yeah.
Click
it's
the
based-
concept art.
Yeah.
Where concept art? Check that out. I'm telling you, it looks fucking badass. Scroll down.
Nah.
Like, isn't that fucking awesome?
I think it's based on. That's the first Avenger outfit, I would assume. That's sick.
Like, that's so cool.
That's sick.
I want to go.
That's sick.
I want to go see.
It'll
it,
be
like,
there
so
when
bad.
we're in Comic Con.
Oh my god,
It'll
will
be there.
We're gonna have to check that shit out.
Dude, yeah, like before we leave or like on the way. But yeah, that's cool.
Just a really
Definitely
cool
awesome.
little bit of news.
So moving on, we got some Walking Dead news, which it was an interview with Laurie Holden during Walker Stalker, which was she Holden had an 8-year deal on The Walking Dead, and she was like Andrea was supposed to end up with Rick, like what happens in the comics, and she was talking about how like you know. There's a quote. Well, I had an 8-year deal. I was supposed to be there until the end. I was supposed to end up with Rick. I was supposed to save Woodbury on a horse, and I was buying a house in Atlanta. I got the call at 10 o'clock the night before while I was shooting from the showrunner, who was no longer part of The Walking Dead. And it's interesting to say, like, how much the show writers have changed.
Yeah.
And I didn't even notice that. Saying, no longer part of The Walking Dead, saying that they couldn't write the episode and that he was killing my character. So we got the script and everyone on set, and I felt like sobbing. I felt like I got shot. None of that was supposed to happen the way it did. Super interesting.
That
because,
is
like,
that's
honestly,
a very
like
interesting story.
I didn't like Andrea in season 3. I don't think anybody did. I think Andrea hit her low point in season 3. Like, nobody... Everyone was just like, God damn
Was that when they were still on the farm? Right.
No, that was when they went to Woodbury. So she got dismembered. She gets lost. After the farm burns down, she gets separated. Michonne finds her. She ends up with Woodbury, going back and forth between the prison and Woodbury. Yeah, and that's where she hit her low point. In like, my opinion, too. And, like, in the comic, she does none of that. Like, she does totally different stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, she ends up after... Rick has a thing with Jesse from Alexandria. She gets killed in the comic and the show the same way. Same thing pretty much happens. And then after that, Rick connects with Andrea. And, like, they actually, like, have, like...
a relationship. Yeah,
relationship, like, where, like, Andrea's calling Carl her son. Yeah. Or, like, it's, like, on that level.
Wow.
And, like, if they're gonna do that with Michonne, I guess, like, that's probably what they're gonna do. But, like, I wouldn't have minded seeing Andrea, because Andrea turns into, like, such a cool character.
Badass.
And I think I would have loved to see it. And, like, Andrea's character in the beginning is, like, really good. I really like her.
But then she kind of just hits this
I think just because, like, the fucking government.
The writing and everything.
And not even the writing. I think it just... If that's what they were doing, you know? Like, that would have been a cool
that's
redemption.
Weird that, like,
she would have... Like
that they would just, like, why couldn't they just keep her on? What does that mean? Like, they just couldn't...
Maybe Kirkman said something. Maybe he... Because, like, he does have a lot of say in it. Yeah. And he was probably like, listen, like, I want to do this. Okay. Because I guarantee Kirkman is like, no,
well, they probably had to buy her out of her contract and everything then, too.
Yeah, I guarantee Kirkman says a lot of stuff, and it happens, and... I bet he says a lot of stuff, and it doesn't happen. Like, you know, if they... Like, the way the governor and, like, Negan's gonna end up. Probably, like, they definitely talk to him a lot.
I know what happens to Negan in the comics.
I wouldn't... Don't say it. But, yeah. What happens to Negan is fucking awesome. What happens to Rick is fucking awesome. I cannot wait to see the end of that. But, like, yeah... I wonder, I know Kirkman is giving them a little more freedom with the show. Like, season 1 is so close to the comics. Season 2
starts to
really really just go off. But, yeah, I want them to do, like, even in season, 6, like, a lot of characters, the way they get killed, the way who gets killed when, it's just different. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think it would have been cool to see, but, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, it's not going to happen. But I was going to say, like, I haven't heard of anything she's done. Same with the person who played Lori. Michael Rooker does shit, but Michael Rooker was known before The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny how,
just
like...
where they got their start and where it ended, almost. Like, yeah.
Even, like, with Breaking Bad, like, what does Walt Jr. do? Like... I know he does a lot of charity stuff, and he's at Walker Stalker all the fucking time. Him and Fring are always there. I saw them both when I went to the
dude, there are just some, there are just some TV actors that do that. Like, I mean, I'm watching Sons of Anarchy right now. Half of the people on, like, that's a very well-known show, and everyone loves that. Half the people, I don't even know what else they're fucking in. Like,
yeah, like Rick. Besides Norman Reedus, none of those actors do anything else.
Like Big, yeah.
Big. Yeah, like Norman Reedus, or, Andrew Lincoln was in... was it
Love Actually or something?
Yeah, he's in Love Actually, which is a... like, I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
It's like a rom-com.
Yeah, he's in that. And, like, that's it. Like, what else is he in? But it's pretty interesting. Same with Game of Thrones, even. Lena Headey was known, but, like, besides,
Arya, that was her first role.
Yeah, most of them, like...
Emilia Clarke, unknown.
Emilia Clarke is, like, the only one who, like, is, like, even during the show is branching out.
Yeah, definitely.
Charles Dance was known before that.
Kit Harington's starting to get into a few more stuff
Peter
now.
Dinklage was in a lot of stuff, but he wasn't known. Like you wouldn't know, be like, oh, he's Peter Dinklage. Like, he was fucking an elf.
Was he?
Yeah, he's the boss. The midget boss in Elf.
No!
That's Peter Dinklage.
Oh my god.
Wait, you didn't know that?
I haven't seen Elf in, like, I can't even remember how long.
I mean, like, this Christmas. I have to go watch Elf, like, right now. Yeah, isn't that fucking funny?
That is hilarious.
When I heard that, I was like...
Well, dude, he is, like, one of the most well-known, like, little people actors.
Yeah.
It is. It's funny. It is.
Space Pants.
Space Pants.
Space Pants. Right.
Hey, look at you.
I wish I knew that song.
It's
like, by
so
heart.
good.
I want to watch that.
Space Pants.
All right, last topic. Thor Ragnarok has begun filming.
Big one, only because this is supposed to be, quote unquote, the Winter Soldier of Phase 3 or it's Phase 3. Shit's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah, they're definitely
gonna be a big shakeup. We got Jeff
they're
Goldblum. We got
definitely
Hulk.
building this up to be something more than like Dark World was, or even Thor 1. Yeah, and they're doing a lot of like Chris Hemsworth and Ruffalo and all them. They're putting a lot of stuff on like
Facebook,
little
little
nothing
social
like
media stuff,
spoiler-ish. Just like even
hey, we're doing
Tom
Hiddleston?
Holland.
Oh yeah,
He's doing it, 'cause
he
they're
visited.
they're filming
the Thor.
Homecoming.
Yeah, there was one picture
So
of
when
him
the-
like on a scaffolding in the Spider-Man mask and suit and everything.
Yeah,
He was,
so
like, filming.
when Guardians 2 finished, Spider-Man came in. So like they were on their last days and they came in, and like Guardians left, Spider-Man came in. So
And he
Guardians
saw
is
that-
done too.
Damn, man.
For Comic-Con though, we should be getting. I doubt we're gonna hear anything about Ragnarok. We're gonna get a Guardians 2 trailer, in my opinion.
I gotta buy Suicide Squad tickets for us soon.
Oh yeah,
That's
and
August 5th.
Killing Joke. Killing Joke is the 25th.
When's San Diego Comic-Con?
End of the month, some point. I don't know.
Some shit should come out of that. That should be a pretty interesting week.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, we'll get a Guardians 2 trailer, and maybe.
Another Doctor Strange, definitely. That's what's without a doubt.
I feel
don't
like
know
we're
about
gonna hear something about. If they're done filming, they're definitely gonna talk a bit about it.
but I don't,
Maybe a teaser.
maybe a small teaser,
tease.
maybe, but we'll
A
see.
tease.
Just give me a little tease.
I mean, like Doctor Strange trailer wasn't really a teaser, was it?
It was a full length trailer, but it was basically a teaser. What
What
they
movie
didn't really
did
show
they
much.
tease?
Like, I
Like
think-
Winter Soldier got teased. I remember. Civil War, nah, didn't get teased.
We might see some Wonder Woman stuff from
DC.
but
Oh,
that's
we
about
definitely
it.
will. Absolutely. Because what are they? They're not going to talk
They've
about
been finished
Suicide.
for a while,
They're
so
not
I
gonna
could see
talk
them
about
putting out-
Suicide Squad. They
Nah,
might
just-
reveal a trailer and be like, "Yeah, see it in a month,
Or
see
not
it in
even
like
like-
fucking 2 weeks."
Honestly,
Or they're just not
they
gonna
might
talk
just-
about it.
They might just do a panel for it. That's it. I don't even think they're gonna do like a full on trailer, but I think they'll definitely do a panel because the whole Suicide Squad's supposed to be there. Because last year, all they did with them was just bring them out on stage, show the first trailer for like the Comic-Con trailer. They didn't do like a full on panel or like questions.
What are we?
or anything.
Some sort of Suicide Squad.
Squad.
I love it. It's like the. I'm monologue.
I can't wait for that
Batman
movie,
Superman
dude.
way too much.
Every more I see, I'm just excited. Apparently, most talked about movie on Twitter for the entire year.
Really?
Yeah, most trending.
Yeah, a lot of
This is
people are pretty into it, which is interesting because it's very. There's no reason.
Well, I think
Other
they
than the
see
Joker,
Harley
there's
Quinn.
no reason to be interested in it. There's nothing like super grabbing for people that don't
Well,
know
I
this
think
shit,
it's like
in my opinion.
I do see like that they keep quoting it. It's like it's not good versus evil. It's bad versus evil. And I think some people are kind of like, let's see this because they can go some pretty
sort
like,
of Suicide Squad.
Squad.
All right.
That about does it for us here at Everything Entertainment with Gucci Trio. Please find us on Twitter. No, we don't have a Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Everything Entertainment. Gucci Trio. We're there. I've been Trio.
I've been Gooch. Thank you for listening, guys, and we'll catch you next time.